I have a lot of anger. Um, I had a lot of anger for a long time. I don't remember when it really started to become a problem, but it's been there in me for a long time. And the closest thing where I can remember was when I was about 14, 15 years old. Um, I still was not working out. I just stayed home and just kept playing uh, games on my laptop for hours and hours and hours. I did not care for myself enough, and especially since all of that was happening during the lockdown. Um, all of that piled up a lot, and it put me in a state emotionally where I just, whenever something went wrong, it went wrong completely. If there's something that would make me sad, I would feel the extreme. If I would feel disappointed, I would feel the extreme. If I felt angry, I would feel the extreme, and that really started to annoy me. And so I turned 16, I turned 17, and even though I have something like the gym at that point, you, you, to help help myself to manage my emotions and anger, especially, I still was not doing very well. I had a friendship that was doing well for the most part, but eventually it became so bad, with various different kinds of things that added on to it, like extra fuel into the fire. And eventually, I ended up breaking my hand because of my anger. Right here, I don't think you will be able to see it, but there is a slight difference here compared to here. So what happened was, it was PE in school, and we had to do jump ropes. It was time to get a grade for it. And so usually I am good at things like that. And for a few years in a row, I got the best g- grades from them. But that one rope I was using just ended up twisting itself right at the end, which forced me into multiple mistakes very quickly. And so the teacher said to like stop and get a better rope or something, and then try again. And that all frustrated me so bad. I went to the locker room, um, to put um, my hoodie off. And whilst walking it, I took it off. I slightly wrapped it around my hand, and I just punched the concrete wall. And obviously, I hit it with a lot of force, it hurt really bad, and after a few minutes, that pain did not start to ease up, and so eventually I figured out, yep, it's swollen as fuck. It hurts really bad when I move it. You know, it became broken on the joint around us, like around this area. But since then, my anger has been fine. In comparison, it's fine. Now it has almost been 3 years since then, so a lot has changed. But the way my anger acts now is, yes, some things, some minor inconveniences add on top of each other, which annoys me really bad, and it takes me a little bit, quite a bit of time to, holy shit, this quality's ass. Um, it takes me quite a while to manage it, and sometimes I would get random thoughts of like, um, you know, of arguments that I've been in, arguments that I have seen, arguments that I have read, have heard, and stuff like that. And if it's a topic that really gets me heated, and on top of that, I have some sort of a thing where loud, obnoxious things raise my anxiety like tenfold. It could be a drill, it could be someone yelling, it can be just a damn vacuum cleaner. Sounds like that piss me off. Sometimes yelling does that too. Now, for context, I had a childhood that was not abusive. I was not beaten. I was not constantly yelled at. It's just something that kind of built in me on occasions. I guess I'm not sure, but imagine adding that, right? And get these thoughts, these memories, and sometimes they get so intense, my adrenaline shoots up immediately. If this happens in the gym, and maybe I'm listening to something aggressive on my headphones, that can be fine. Those thoughts, this feeling, it does not feel really good. I'm gonna tell you that. It does give me a lot of power and strength, which is why it's good if it happens in the gym, but it has to happen like right before a set or during it. If it happens after it, then it's like I'm trying to rest, but I'm not calm. I, I'm intense. My blood is just going crazy. My adrenaline is off. My anger is up. It's like I cannot contain myself. And I know this sounds really cringe and corny and whatever. I don't care. I'm just telling you how it is. Sometimes this anger just builds in, and I'm not someone who bottles up his emotions anymore. I think I'm definitely doing a decent job of, using them and letting them be in the moment. But there's something about anger and annoyance and rage that some topics, some thoughts just completely take over me. And based on how often it's happening, it might happen soon again. But like sometimes there's a day or even two in a row, a few times a year, where I'm just so mad for the whole day, where it genuinely feels like feel it genuinely feels like the devil is trying to take over my mind. It's like it's telling me to sin, it's telling me to do bad things, and it's like I know that it feels horrible in the moment. I know that if I do anything bad, I'm gonna regret it. But it just sucks, and it's the peak form of my suffering and anger. It's just wrath, just pure wrath in my mind. If I have a gym session, that's great. I can use that, and by the end of the workouts, I'm usually fine. It's like I feel great again. I feel myself. But I don't know, man. Something I sometimes think of just pumps my blood so bad, and I'm not even sure if that's a normal thing some people see happening. Um, Maybe I just need help. Probably not. Um, I man, that's fine. I haven't let this out on anybody. At least not verbally. Sometimes if they trying to like talk or do something, but I'm really not up to it. They're gonna no. But I'm not someone who hits someone or does anything even close to that. So that's good. But the feeling of being so pissed off and so pumped up at the same time, it sucks. um I'm not even sure how I will name this video, and how to end it. um just know that if you have anything similar that you are feeling, uh you can clearly tell that you're not alone anymore. So I guess maybe that's not that big of a problem.